Hello everyone, welcome back to another yoga video. Today we are doing some poses to help us brush off the day because maybe today was draining, it was tiring. So when you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started. Let's go ahead and start with some shoulder rolls, going one way and then taking them the other. We are warming up the body, getting it ready for these yoga poses. When you're ready, let's go ahead and start to take some neck circles, doing kind of the same thing where we take it one direction and then we'll roll it in the other. Next, we are going to move down to our legs and feet, taking some calf raises. We are going to come into the tips of our feet and then bring them back down to the floor. We're just going to repeat this movement. For our last one, let's go ahead and roll out those wrists. Again, taking them one direction and going ahead and going in the opposite direction. Now that we are warmed up, let's go ahead and come into our first yoga pose today. We are coming into a forward fold. As you bring yourself down, feel free to use a yoga block to rest your hands if that feels more comfortable. You can also take a bend in your knees if it is too much of a strain on the legs. We're just listening to our body and seeing what feels best. We're trying not to hold any tension in our neck, letting gravity pull us down to the floor. If you would like to feel this stretch more, you can place your hands on the back of your calves and bring yourself closer. But when we have found a comfortable place to be, let's go ahead and start to focus on inhaling through our nose, exhaling through our mouth, using our breath to calm our mind, soothe our nerves, as it takes us out of that fight or flight. When you're ready, let's start to slowly rise back up, really taking it slow, allowing our bodies to get used to standing again. Let's take a couple of breaths here together. For our next pose, go ahead and come onto all fours on your mat as we get ready for cat-cow. This pose will help us to again focus on breath and release tension in our neck and upper back, where I find we can hold a lot of stress and anxiety. Maybe here we hold this intention of letting go of anything causing us stress. Inhaling on cow, exhaling on cat, releasing tension, releasing stress, allowing each breath to clear our energy. Let's start to find a moment to come back into all fours. Then we are going to take child's pose. We are going to kneel and sit on our knees and allow our hands to stretch in front of us, resting our forehead on the mat. Child's pose helps us open our hips, a place that I think is linked to our emotions. So here, if you want, maybe take note of how you are feeling, how your body is feeling, what's on your mind. We can also start to take our inhales and exhales deeper. Maybe inhaling, holding it, and then letting it go. When you are ready, Slowly lift your head, then inch your hands back towards your knees until you find yourself sitting upright again. And we're just going to take a couple of breaths and then move on to our next pose. For this next pose, you're going to want to be in a seated position with your legs in front of you as we take a seated forward fold. Feel free in joining me in just taking a little bit of stretch on both sides before we get into this asana. But whenever you are ready, we're just going to bring ourselves forward. Again, we can take a bend in the knees if the stretch is feeling too intense. Always listening to our body and doing what feels best. In this pose, I want the focus to be on rest and relaxing, letting gravity do all the work and bringing us down. And we're just focusing on our breath, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, feeling our chest rise and fall as we breathe in and out. When you're ready, let's start to inch ourselves back into that seated position. Next, we have legs up the wall pose. So feel free to bring yourself up to the wall or maybe use a chair to support your legs. When you're ready, slowly lift your legs to the sky, placing your hands wherever is comfortable. This is another pose bringing this energy of deep rest. In this pose, we can take ankle circles. We can take turns flexing our feet. We can even pair that with our inhales and exhales. Inhaling maybe when the foot is pointed, and exhaling when you bring it back. Let's close out this asana with a hug to our knees, bringing it close to our chest. Let's hold it here for a few more breaths. Let's start to ease out of knees to chest and move into our Savasana, bringing our feet a little bit more than hip width apart, placing our hands to our side, finding our most comfortable position as we will be holding this posture for a few minutes. In this pose, I invite you to close your eyes and let yourself melt into the mat. Here we will continue taking in our inhales through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. As you bring awareness to your body, I want you to release any tension you may be holding in the neck and the shoulders. Release any tension in the arms and the hands, allowing your stomach to relax. Feeling your body melt further into the floor, letting go of tension in the hips and the legs, relaxing the feet and the toes. I release all negative energies I may have picked up from the day. I clear my energy. I free myself of anything draining my energy. I feel lighter and more positive with each breath. I only allow positive energy and thoughts to flow through me. My energy is safe and protected at all times. My body is recharged. I feel peace. My mind is calm. I allow myself to just be. I want you to slowly start to bring awareness back to your body, wiggling the toes, the fingers, maybe coming into a big stretch. Let's bring it on to our side, taking a few more breaths as we slowly get ourselves ready to close out this flow. let's start to walk our hands back up and come into a comfortable seated position. From here, let's take one big breath together, inhaling through the nose, holding it, and letting it out through the mouth. Go ahead and bring your hands to the sky, hands to head. I choose kind thoughts. Hand to mouth. I choose kind words. Hand to heart. I choose to always be myself. Namaste. I just wanted to pop back in and say thank you for joining me, and I really hope this was able to help you brush off anything from today that you did not want to hold on to anymore. And I really hope that the rest of your day is amazing, and I hope that it's relaxing too. And until next time, bye guys.